All right, get ready, because today we're taking a deep dive into water.
Water?
But not just the stuff we drink, we're going beyond that.
Yeah.
To uncover the truly mind-blowing parts of water.
Okay.
From its, quirky behavior to its role in the entire universe.
Well, it is fascinating, how something we just see every day can hold these, profound secrets.
Right, exactly. I was reading through the source material for this deep dive, and one thing that just really, stood out to me was this idea that ice, not liquid water, is the main form of water in the universe.
Interesting.
It even said there might be, 26 times more frozen water out in space than all the liquid water here on Earth.
Really?
What are the implications of that?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And it really kind of shifts our perspective on the potential for life, beyond Earth.
Right.
Think about comets, for example.
Okay.
They're essentially giant, dirty snowballs hurtling through space.
Wow.
And then you have moons, like Enceladus orbiting Saturn, which has this icy crust that hides a global ocean underneath.
Whoa.
And we've seen geysers erupting from the surface.
So there are entire oceans out there hidden beneath ice?
Yeah.
Potentially teeming with life. That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
Where else can we find this cosmic ice?
Well, it's not just in comets and moons.
Okay.
We've also detected it in interstellar clouds.
Interesting.
The places where stars are born.
Wow.
These ice crystals clinging to dust grains could be the building blocks of future planets.
Huh.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe even the seeds of life itself.
That's wild. So ice is king in the cosmos.
It seems so.
But here on Earth, water gets a lot more interesting.
It does.
It's not just about being frozen, is it?
Not at all.
There's a whole other side to it.
Precisely.
So on Earth, water's unique properties make it absolutely essential for life as we know it.
It's true.
And it all starts with those tiny hydrogen bonds.
Okay.
Hydrogen bonds, they make water sticky.
Sticky?
At a molecular level, the source material said, what does that even mean?
Well,
how can water be sticky?
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Those hydrogen bonds create an attraction between the water molecules, making them cling to each other.
Okay.
And this stickiness leads to some really amazing phenomena.
Like what?
Have you ever seen water climb up the inside of a narrow tube?
Oh, yeah, like defying gravity.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that. I never really thought about why it happens, though.
Well, that's capillary action.
Okay.
And it's driven by hydrogen bonds.
Huh.
And it's how trees draw water up from their roots to their leaves.
Wow.
Hundreds of feet sometimes.
That's amazing.
It's also how nutrients are transported throughout our bodies.
So those tiny bonds have a huge impact.
They really do.
So those seemingly insignificant bonds are actually like the driving force behind vital processes for life on Earth? Wow, that's wild.
And then there's water's shape-shifting abilities.
Okay.
It exists in 3 states,
Okay.
Solid, liquid, and gas.
Yeah.
And it transitions between them so effortlessly.
That's true.
Think about the water cycle, evaporation, condensation, precipitation.
It's all powered by water shape-shifting.
Yeah, and this cycle makes life on Earth possible.
So it's more than just rain and clouds.
Yeah.
It's this intricate dance between water's different forms that's essential for life to even exist.
That's a great way to put it.
Is there anything else about these shape-shifting abilities that makes water so unique?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's not forget the density anomaly.
What's that?
So unlike most substances,
Yeah.
water actually expands when it freezes.
Oh, right.
That's why ice floats.
Yeah.
And it's not just a fun fact.
Okay.
It's crucial for aquatic life.
How so?
Imagine if lakes and oceans froze from the bottom up.
Oh, wow.
The floating ice acts as insulation, protecting the water below.
So life can thrive even in freezing temperatures.
Exactly.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
I admit I've always just taken floating ice for granted, never realizing how unusual and important it is.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And then there is water's role as the universal solvent.
Right.
It can dissolve more substances than any other liquid, making it like the ultimate medium for chemical reactions.
It is.
It's your blood, for example. It's essentially water carrying dissolved nutrients, oxygen, and other essential things throughout your body.
That's right.
So water is like the ultimate delivery system for life.
It really is.
It's incredible how all these properties we've been talking about come together to make water so essential.
It all works together.
Yeah.
The hydrogen bonds, the shape-shifting, the density anomaly, the solvent power, they all contribute to making water the foundation of life.
This is making me rethink that glass of water I drink every day. It's not just quenching my thirst.
Yeah.
It's connecting me to this incredible story that stretches from microscopic bonds to the vastness of the cosmos.
And speaking of the cosmos, that connection is what makes the search for extraterrestrial life so captivating.
Now we're getting to the really exciting stuff.
All right.
So why do scientists get so excited when they find evidence of water on other planets or moons?
Right.
Is it all about those unique properties we've been discussing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Water is seen as a key ingredient for life as we understand it. Finding it elsewhere raises the possibility that we're not alone in the universe.
Right.
It suggests that the conditions that allowed life to arise on Earth might exist in other corners of the cosmos.
I remember reading about Europa.
Okay.
One of Jupiter's moons.
Yes.
And how it's supposed to have this massive ocean hidden beneath its icy surface.
It's an amazing possibility.
Yeah. Europa is a fascinating case.
It is.
That subsurface ocean is thought to be incredibly vast, potentially holding twice the volume of all of Earth's oceans combined.
Wow.
And tidal forces from Jupiter's gravity could be generating heat within that ocean.
Yeah.
Creating environments where life might exist.
It's really exciting.
Wow, a whole alien ocean out there.
Right.
Possibly teeming with life?
Potentially.
What are some of the challenges scientists face when trying to study these environments? Especially when they're hidden beneath miles of ice.
It's incredibly challenging.
Yeah.
It's not like sending a rover to Mars.
Right.
You can't just drill through miles of ice.
Exactly.
We need really innovative technologies to explore these subsurface oceans.
Okay.
And scientists are working on some amazing concepts.
Like what?
Well, robotic probes that can melt through ice. Underwater vehicles that can navigate alien oceans.
So it's like science fiction becoming reality?
Yeah, it is pretty amazing.
Are there any other places in our solar system that have scientists buzzing about the potential for life?
Well, Saturn's moon Titan is another intriguing case.
Okay, Titan.
No, it doesn't have liquid water on its surface.
Okay.
But it does have rivers and lakes of liquid methane and ethane.
Wait, methane and ethane?
Yeah.
Those are flammable gases, right?
They are.
How can they be liquids?
Titan is incredibly cold.
Oh.
So cold that those gases actually exist in liquid form on its surface. And what's fascinating is that they seem to behave in ways similar to water on Earth.
Okay.
Carving channels and forming bodies of liquid.
Interesting.
It suggests that maybe water isn't the only possible basis for life-supporting liquids.
Wow. So even though our search for extraterrestrial life is often focused on finding water, there could be other possibilities out there?
It's possible.
Life as we don't know it?
Exactly.
What are some of the key differences between water and these hydrocarbons?
Wow.
And how might those differences affect the possibilities for life?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it takes us into the realm of speculation.
Okay.
But it's fascinating to consider. You see, water is a polar molecule.
Okay. Meaning it has a slight positive charge on one end and a slight negative charge on the other. Okay. And this polarity is what makes it such a good solvent. Right. And it plays a vital role in many biological processes. Yeah. Hydrocarbons like methane and ethane are nonpolar. Okay. So they behave differently. Right. They don't dissolve substances in the same way. Gotcha. And they interact differently with other molecules. Okay. So if life does exist on Titan, it would have to be based on a very different kind of chemistry than life on Earth. That's amazing. So we've got cosmic ice, the incredible science of water here on Earth. Yes. And the tantalizing possibilities of life beyond our planet. Exciting. But there's another side to water. Right. Something a bit more mystical, wouldn't you say? Yes, beyond the science. Yeah. Water has this profound cultural significance and a way of evoking a sense of wonder and awe. Absolutely. It's not just a molecule. Right.
It's a powerful symbol that has resonated with humanity for millennia.
I mean, think about all the ways water is portrayed in art, literature, and religion.
It's true.
It's often associated with life, purity, cleansing, renewal.
Yes.
It's a source of inspiration for poets, painters, and musicians.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways different cultures have viewed and interacted with water throughout history?
Well, that's a fascinating topic.
Yeah.
And there are countless examples.
Okay.
In ancient Egypt, the Nile River was seen as a god.
Wow.
the source of all life and prosperity.
Interesting.
In many indigenous cultures, water is considered sacred, a living entity with a spirit that must be respected.
Powerful.
And in many religions, water plays a central role in rituals of purification and rebirth.
I see.
From baptism in Christianity to ritual bathing in Hinduism. Water is used to cleanse the body and soul, symbolizing a spiritual renewal.
Right.
And let's not forget the practical side of things.
Yeah.
Throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen based on their access to water.
That's true.
The ability to control and manage water resources has been essential for agriculture, trade, and societal development.
It's amazing how water is woven into the very fabric of human civilization.
It really is.
Both literally and symbolically.
Absolutely.
And that connection goes beyond just human expression.
Yes.
Think about the sheer power and beauty of the natural world.
It's true.
Vast oceans, thundering waterfalls, pristine glaciers, delicate snowflakes.
Right.
These are all expressions of water.
They are.
And they evoke a sense of awe that transcends language.
I agree.
There's something about being near water that has a calming, restorative effect, whether it's listening to the waves crashing on the shore or watching a river flow. It just seems to wash away our worries.
It does.
And reconnect us to something bigger than ourselves.
It's like water has this innate ability to inspire a sense of wonder and tranquility.
Right.
And that connection is both physical and spiritual. We are, after all, mostly water ourselves.
That's true.
Our bodies are over 60% water.
It's wild to think about.
It is.
We are quite literally walking embodiments of water.
Yeah.
It's in our cells, our blood, our tears. It sustains us, shapes us, connects us to the world around us.
Exactly.
And to think that same water might have been part of a comet, a glacier, a rainforest, all before it became part of us.
It's mind-boggling.
It really is.
And that connection extends beyond our physical bodies.
Right.
Water is the lifeblood of our planet.
It is.
Shaping landscapes, driving weather patterns, and sustaining entire ecosystems.
Yeah.
It's a constant reminder that we are not separate from nature, but part of this intricate web of interconnectedness.
It really is all connected.
It is.
Speaking of which, we need to take a short break.
Okay.
But when we come back, I'd love to delve deeper into this interconnectedness.
Sounds good.
And explore how water shapes our world in more detail.
I'm ready when you are.
So before the break, we were talking about how water is woven into, like, the fabric of human civilization.
Yeah.
Both, literally and symbolically. It's amazing to think about how this one substance has played such an important role in, like, our history and our culture.
Absolutely. And when we consider water's role in shaping the planet, it's even more awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
From carving canyons to nourishing rainforests, water is a force of nature.
It really is.
That has sculpted the very landscapes we live in.
Earlier we talked about glaciers.
Right.
And how they're melting at alarming rates because of climate change.
It's a problem.
It's easy to think of them as just like these majestic landscapes, but there's so much more than that, right?
Exactly. Glaciers are like giant freshwater banks.
Okay.
Holding a staggering 70% of Earth's freshwater reserves.
Wow.
They play a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate, reflecting sunlight, helping to keep the planet cool.
Right.
As they shrink, we lose not only a vital source of fresh water, but also a crucial component of our planet's climate system.
It's like a domino effect.
It is.
With one thing impacting another.
Yeah.
We depend on glaciers for water, but our actions are also contributing to their demise.
Unfortunately.
What are some of the other ways climate change is affecting our relationship with water?
Well, we're seeing changes in precipitation patterns, leading to more intense droughts in some areas, and more frequent flooding in others.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rising sea levels are threatening coastal communities, and ocean acidification is harming marine ecosystems.
It's a complex web of interconnected issues.
It is.
And water is at the heart of it all.
Right at the center.
It's a bit daunting to think about.
Yeah.
But it also highlights the importance of understanding water's vulnerabilities and the need for, like, responsible stewardship.
Right.
We need to move beyond seeing water as just a resource to be exploited and recognize its, like, intrinsic value.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
We need to shift our mindset from one of dominance over nature to one of partnership with nature.
Interesting.
When we see ourselves as part of the ecosystem rather than separate from it.
Right.
It changes how we interact with the world around us.
You know, speaking of our connection to nature, you mentioned earlier that water has this almost mystical quality.
Yeah.
I've always felt that way about the ocean.
The ocean.
It's vast.
It is.
Mysterious and incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It's like staring into the face of something ancient and unknowable.
There's a reason why oceans have captivated human imagination for centuries.
Right.
They cover over 70% of our planet's surface.
Wow.
Yet we've explored only a tiny fraction of their depths.
It's crazy.
They hold secrets we've yet to uncover.
Yeah.
And they teem with life we're only beginning to understand.
It's like a whole other world down there with its own rules. And its own, like, incredible life forms.
Absolutely.
It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
It does.
It makes you realize how much we don't know.
It's humbling, for sure.
Yeah.
And even in its familiarity, water holds a kind of magic.
Right.
Think about the simple act of watching rainfall or a river flow.
Okay.
There's a mesmerizing quality to it.
Yeah.
A sense of constant movement and change.
Right. It's like water is always in motion, always transforming itself. It never stays still.
That's true.
It reminds me of that quote by Heraclitus.
Oh, yeah.
The ancient Greek philosopher. No man ever steps in the same river twice.
Right.
For it's not the same river and he's not the same man.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Water embodies that principle of constant flux. It's a reminder that nothing is truly static.
Right.
That everything's in a state of becoming.
And that sense of flow, of transformation, connects to the idea of water as a symbol of renewal, of cleansing.
Yeah.
It's not just a physical substance.
It's not.
It has this deeper meaning that resonates across cultures.
It does.
And throughout history.
Absolutely.
Ritual bathing is a common practice in many religions, symbolizing, a spiritual cleansing or purification.
Right.
Water is often used in ceremonies marking life transitions, like births, deaths, marriages.
Yeah.
It's a way of acknowledging the cyclical nature of life.
It is.
The ebb and flow of experience. Like, water helps us mark those significant moments, those transitions from one state of being to another.
Right.
And even beyond those, formal rituals, there's a sense of renewal that comes from simply being in nature, near water.
It's true.
Whether it's listening to the waves crashing on the shore or walking along a babbling brook.
Right.
It has a calming, restorative effect.
It does.
It's like water washes away our worries, leaving us refreshed.
And reconnected to something larger than ourselves.
And that connection is both physical and spiritual.
Right.
As you said, we are, after all, mostly water ourselves.
Yeah.
Our bodies are over 60% water.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is.
We are quite literally walking embodiments of water.
Yeah.
It's in our cells, our blood, our tears.
Right.
It sustains us, shapes us, connects us to the world around us.
Exactly.
And to think that same water might have been part of a comet.
Yeah.
A glacier.
Right.
A rainforest.
It's possible.
All before it became part of us.
It's mind-boggling.
It really is.
And that connection extends beyond our physical bodies.
Right.
Water is the lifeblood of our planet.
It is.
Shaping landscapes, driving weather patterns, and sustaining entire ecosystems.
That's true.
It's a constant reminder that we are not separate from nature, but part of this intricate web of interconnectedness.
You know, it's interesting.
We've been talking about water as this life-giving force.
Right.
The symbol of, like, renewal and interconnectedness. But it can also be incredibly destructive, right?
That's true.
Floods, tsunamis, hurricanes.
Yeah.
Water can unleash, like, incredible power.
Water is a force of nature that demands our respect.
It does.
It can be both life-giving and life-taking, nurturing and destructive. And I think that duality is part of what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that nature is not always benign.
Right.
That it has a wildness and an unpredictability that we can't control.
It's a humbling thought.
It is.
We may have harnessed water's power in many ways, but ultimately we are at its mercy.
That's true.
We need to learn to live in harmony with water to respect its power and its limits.
Exactly.
We need to move beyond seeing water as simply a resource to be managed and controlled.
I agree.
We need to recognize, its inherent value, its role in the web of life, and our responsibility to protect it for future generations.
That's a powerful message.
So what can we do, as individuals and as a society to cultivate that sense of respect and responsibility?
Well, I think it starts with awareness.
Okay.
We need to understand where our water comes from, how it's used, and the challenges facing our water resources.
Right.
Education is key.
Okay.
We need to teach our children about the importance of water conservation and the impact our choices have on the environment.
Right.
And we need to support policies that promote sustainable water management.
Yeah.
And protect our watersheds.
Those are great points.
Thank you.
And it's not just about, big policy decisions.
Right.
It's also about the choices we make in our everyday lives.
That's true.
Something as simple as fixing a leaky faucet or taking shorter showers can make a difference.
Absolutely. Every drop counts.
Right.
And we can also make conscious choices about the products we buy. And the food we eat, the production of certain goods like meat and textiles, requires a huge amount of water.
Wow.
By being mindful of our consumption patterns.
Right.
We can reduce our water footprint.
Yeah, okay.
And support businesses that prioritize sustainability.
So it's about making informed choices and being aware of the impact our actions have on the planet's water resources.
Precisely.
And it's also about fostering a sense of connection to water. Spend time in nature, appreciate its beauty, and allow yourself to be awestruck by its power.
I agree.
When we connect with water on an emotional level, it changes how we see it and how we treat it.
It does.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the, multifaceted nature of water.
It is multifaceted.
It's so much more than just a molecule.
It is.
It's a force of nature, a symbol of life, a source of wonder and inspiration. And it's something we need to cherish and protect.
I couldn't agree more.
Water is a precious gift.
It is.
And it's our responsibility to ensure its health and abundance for generations to come.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to our deep dive into all things water.
Water.
As we wrap up, I'm left with this sense of awe.
Yeah.
And a newfound appreciation for this extraordinary substance.
It is pretty extraordinary.
We've covered so much.
They have.
From the cosmic origins of water to its role in shaping our planet and its profound impact on human civilization.
Absolutely.
What stands out to you as the most remarkable aspect of water?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
There's so many to choose from.
Right.
But I think what really gets me is water's ability to connect these seemingly different realms,
Like, what do you mean?
Well, it bridges the microscopic world of hydrogen bonds to the vastness of interstellar clouds.
Yeah.
It links the physical processes of our planet to the cultural and spiritual expressions of humanity. Right. It's a common thread that weaves together the tapestry of life, from the smallest microorganism to the largest whale.
Wow.
From the depths of the ocean to the heights of the atmosphere.
That interconnectedness is a powerful concept.
It is.
It reminds us that we're not just observers of the universe, but participants in this grand cosmic dance.
Exactly.
Every drop of water carries a history that stretches back billions of years.
It does.
And its journey continues to unfold right here, right now.
That's right. And that journey isn't just about physical processes.
Okay.
It's about the stories water tells, the memories it holds, the inspiration it evokes.
I see.
Think about the ancient myths and legends that surround water.
Okay.
The countless works of art and literature that celebrate its beauty and power.
Right.
The rituals and ceremonies that imbue it with spiritual significance. Water has a way of speaking to us on a deep emotional level,
Yeah, I got that.
Connecting us to something larger than ourselves.
One of the sources we explored talked about this idea that water might have some form of memory.
Memory.
The ability to retain information from the substances it's encountered.
Interesting.
While the scientific evidence for this is still debated, it's a captivating concept, isn't it?
It is. It certainly sparks the imagination.
Right.
Even if it's not memory in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
The fact that water molecules can form these complex dynamic structures, constantly interacting and exchanging information, suggests there's more to water than meets the eye.
Right.
It challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about the nature of matter.
Okay.
and the interconnectedness of all things.
You know, throughout this deep dive, we've talked about water's importance, the need to conserve it, protect it, and respect its power.
That's true.
But I think it's equally important to cultivate a sense of wonder and appreciation for water.
I agree.
To see the magic in the everyday.
Absolutely.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
We'll take a moment to notice the rain falling.
Okay.
The dew glistening on a spider web.
Yeah.
The patterns formed by frost on a window pane.
I see.
Listen to the sound of a flowing stream, the crashing waves, the gentle patter of raindrops.
Yeah.
Let those experiences awaken your senses and remind you of the beauty and wonder that water brings to our world.
It's about seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary, recognizing that even just drinking a glass of water connects us to this incredible cosmic story that's been unfolding for billions of years.
And I think when we cultivate that sense of wonder, that appreciation for water's beauty and significance, it naturally leads to a sense of responsibility. A desire to protect this precious resource for ourselves and for future generations.
So as we conclude our deep dive into the world of water, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
The next time you encounter water, whether it's in your kitchen sink, a babbling brook, a vast ocean, or simply a single raindrop, take a moment to pause and reflect. Consider its journey, its properties, its power, its beauty.
I like it.
Remember its cosmic origins, its role in shaping our planet, its vital importance for all life.
It's true.
Let that awareness inspire you to cherish water, to conserve it, to protect it, and to celebrate its wonder.
That's a beautiful sentiment to end on.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of water. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep marveling at the mysteries of the universe.
I will.